In this video, I'm gonna make a super chill pop beat. It has a little bit of hip hop drum tactics to it, but it's mainly just something that you would probably get The Weeknd on or something like that, or maybe Drake on. The main thing I was going for was I want the melody and the drums to be quite simple, but of course I'm gonna try to do stuff to make sure it's not boring. Let's get to it. So for your first sound, you want something that is very ambient and very like hollow. And you want your chords to also be a bit spread out. What I did was I started off with these chords over here, like these triads. And then I would take the root notes and just pitch them up an octave and double it. That way, so the chords have a little bit of spacing going on, but it's not too wide open where it just sounds chaotic, but it's not too close where it just sounds like just kind of boring. And next we're on to the bass. In my opinion, having something simple and smooth is what you want to go for. Your standard typical sub bass would do the trick for this, and just follow your root notes of your chords. Now next we have some ambient vocals. In my opinion, this is probably the most important part of this entire beat because it gives the track some sort of human element, and that's something that I like to have in my beats when I'm making something chill, so it kind of makes the track feel more alive. I use 2 patterns so that I have some more variation to work with, and this is the first pattern I have. And then the second one. And then to finish off the melodies, I have another pad as a texture. You also want this to be very hollow, but for like the sound selection to be a little bit different from the original one, so it's not just like a copy and paste kind of mood. And now moving on to the drums. As I said in the intro, you want the drums to be simple, but of course have a nice bounce to it so that you can listen to it over and over again without being bored. I'm gonna start with the kick. Right here we can see it's pretty the same. It's like doon, 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 like that. And then for the snare, it's on a third of each one. I didn't really want to do too much with this, so I just left it alone. But also I made sure on every percussive element of this track, I tuned them. So what I would do is I would just go to this knob and either pitch them down right here to A, I believe because we're in A minor, or I would just go to the piano roll like I did and just go here to A. And then for the heights, I went with a simple 2-step pattern, but I made sure for the velocity to make them a little bit more dynamic. On every other hit, one of the velocity is a bit higher and it just gives it that nice bounce to it. And then lastly, I have the Percs. This was more of a knocking one, but for the velocity, I did a simple trick where I have a roll and I had them go down. And then for these two, just have a normal. And then for this one, it's just a simple, like kind of like lighter tapping sound, just does on every other hit. And then that's it. Let me know down in the comments if you like this or if this helped you. Subscribe if you're new, and I'm gonna play it a couple times so you can hear the whole thing.